Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to discuss about cloud computing, and this slide is created by myself. I am Dr. Santanu Koley, working as a professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Haldia Institute of Technology, Haldia, India. Now, what we are going to discuss, those things are namely cloud computing. About cloud computing, we'll discuss the history of cloud computing, the characteristics, and the model. These are the things we are going to discuss. Now, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a general term used to describe a new class of network based on computing that takes place over the internet. Now, basically, there is it's a step from utility computing. That means obviously the previous computing system we are using. It's a collection or group of integrated and networked hardware, software, and internet infrastructure. Thus, it is called a platform. Now, using the internet for communication and transport provides hardware, software, and networking services to the clients. Now, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. These platforms hide the complexity and detail of the underlying infrastructure from users and applications by providing very simple graphical user interface or API. API means applications program interface. Now, in addition to this, the platform provides on-demand services that are always on, anywhere, anytime, and any places. It is basically pay for use, as needed, elastic. That means whenever it needs big, you can change it to big or scale up and down in capacity and functionalities. The hardware and software services are available to general public, enterprises, corporations, and business marketers. Now, it's an umbrella term which is used to refer internet-based development and services. A number of characteristics define cloud data, application services, and infrastructure. Now, it is remotely hosted, ubiquitous, and co-modified. That means it is remotely hosted. That means services or data are hosted on remote infrastructure, and ubiquitous, that means services or data are unavailable from anywhere, any places throughout this world where the internet connection is there. And co-modified means the result is a utility computing model similar to traditional that of traditional utilities like gas and electricity. You pay for what you would want. Now, in short, we can say cloud computing is an internet-based computing whereby shared resources, software, information are provided to computers and the devices on demand, like the electricity grid. The cloud computing is a culmination of numerous attempts at large-scale computing with seamless access to virtually limitless resources. Obviously, why it is called virtual? Because the things which are not available right now, we can use that. That means if we do not have hard disk, still we can store the data like that. Now, the cloud symbol is typically used to represent the internet. It does not like means it has some cloud. Actually, it's a vague idea. Basically, it's a network of computers. Now, cloud computing is now commonly used to describe the delivery of software, infrastructure, and storage services over the internet. The users of the cloud can benefit from other organizations delivering services associated with their data, software, and other computing needs on their behalf without the need to own or run usual physical hardware. Now, why we use cloud computing? Basically, to reduce the cost and enable the employees to work from anywhere at any time. That means it is 24 by 7 services are there, Now complex disaster recovery planning is there, and obviously whenever the access the same class of technology as you bigger the established competitors. Now let's cloud computing vendors do your server maintenance for you, freeing up your resources for more important tasks and many more. There are lots of things by which we can use cloud computing. Now the improving our document control etc is again important. Now the history and evolution of cloud. Now it begins from 1960 to till 2014. There are lots of things were there. When John McCarthy introduces mainframe time sharing system in 1960, then he thought it's a simple thing, but then in 1969 nine ARPANET is used. That means basically it is networking. Next 1970 the term virtualization came, and in 1997 the cloud computing the exact term is coined. Then Salesforce is a company which completes everything in 1999, and Amazon launches its EC2, that is elastic cloud computing, in 2006. And from then the worldwide public cloud service market is about $78 billion, which is quite big. Sorry, it is euro, 78 billion euros. And after that, in 2014 it is 103 billion. Now right now it is obviously more than double and more. It is growing day by day. Now we know there are different times when different computing systems, but that means cloud computing system were coined. Now how it works, basically it has a service model like IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Here everything is coined as a service. That means you do not need to buy any particular hardware, and you can use those benefits. Now there are for accessing cloud computing, the first step is to register on the cloud. Then there are the services has been created by the cloud service provider, and simple virtual machine should be given. Then there is business system services there. That means which particular operating system service you are taking, or any other, that could be decided. Now we use basically YouTube in our daily life, then Yahoo Mail, Gmail, then LinkedIn, Facebook, everything is there. Now these all are in cloud computing background. Sorry. Now the cloud computing has common characteristics, and there are some obviously essential characteristics like massive scale, homogeneity, virtualization, low cost of software, resilient computing, geographic distribution, service orientation, advanced security, etc. And obviously there are some essential characteristics like on-demand services, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, measured services, etc. Now these are the some particular characteristics we know there are in cloud computing. Now the pooled resources are drawn from a common pool. That means if there are a pool of hard disks, or a pool of RAMs, or a pool of CPUs, from them we use a particular part, anything as per our need. Now common resources build economies to of scale. That means how much service you are using, that could be scaled every time. Now common infrastructure runs at a high efficiency, obviously, because huge networks are there. Now there are broad network access. That means here open standards and APIs are there. There is IP, HTTP, REST. These protocols are used, and it is available from anywhere with internet connection. Now there are on-demand self-services are there, like completely automated services, user abstracted from the implementation, and near real-time delivery is there, services are there, scalable and elastic part. There are additional resources dynamically released when needed, and they are fully automated, and they are all are metered connection. That means how many services or how much services, how long you will use, you have to pay for that. There are deployment models used, like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. Obviously public cloud means you can use it on a free basis. Private cloud is for any particular organization, where a particular organization can use its own public private cloud. Then hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public both. That means a part of particular party is used for public and another part is used for private. Like for banks, railways, they use hybrid cloud. Now there is community cloud. Community cloud is formed with several organizations with similar requirements. They form a community cloud. That means a news community may be one example of community cloud. Now the next part may be now, in case of deployment models, whenever there is a need for any particular type of cloud, they could be used. Like we use in our daily life, Gmail is a particular software, or where we use Google Drives. That means if you do not have the storage, and you can use that storage at anywhere from any places, then you could go for Google Drive. So obviously it's a good thing for us, and there is another example is for such kind of thing is YouTube, where we use normally for a particular thing. Now we must know the applications of cloud computing. Like the applications of cloud computing are used by organizations to manage their IT operations. Cloud computing has several uses in different sectors and technologies, such as sorry, data storage and backup. Cloud storage generally provides safe and scalable storage options for organizations and individuals to store, and cloud backup provides backup for the data. Now the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, there are three different applications are available in cloud computing. Firstly, for infrastructure as a service, it helps organizations to scale their computer resources up or down whenever it is needed. Now without any requirement for capital expenditure on physical infrastructure, the infrastructure as a service is used. On the other hand, when platform as a service is used, this helps organizations with a cloud-based platform to build, deploy, and manage applications. This also actually helps developers to focus on written code without worrying about the given underlying infrastructure. Now, the software as a service is there with the help of SaaS, that is software as a service. The users can able to access application hosted in the cloud rather than installing and running them on their local devices. This helps organizations to reduce the cost and complexity of the software management. So in this way we can conclude the lecture, and we believe there is there are some basic things get cleared for the students of a particular uh, institute or any organization. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Good night.